already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. Without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host DB and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing again on this beautiful winter night?
I only got three things to say to you and the fine folks of Buckle Up with the Boys, our dear fans. God bless our troops. God bless the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I want to know where Ryan Day's at.
Oh boy.
I want to give Ryan Day a call. I want to see how he's doing emotionally, physically, mentally, after absolutely blowing it against Michigan.
Yeah.
For the fifth time. You love to see it. The stars just aligned beautifully for a good old Penn State fan like me. And because of that, Penn State is now in the Big Ten championship. First time since 2016, we have an opportunity to win that thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. So as much as I want to, know Ryan Day's mental state and drink the tears of Ohio State fans, I should thank Ryan Day for absolutely going into a shell and trying to out physical one of the most physical teams in the nation. So thank you. Thank you, Ryan Day.
Yeah, no, one thing's guaranteed. We're just gonna pour it on Ohio State's hearts here a little more.
Please. You don't get to do it very often, so go ahead.
Taxes, death, Mike Tomlin going above 500, and Ryan Day flopping against Michigan. They're all guarantees, Trevor. They're all guarantees.
Amen to that, my friend.
But a lot of headlines this week on the NFL side of things, NCAA football side of things. But first things first, we have to talk about, and it's just fitting because it's the Ravens. Justin Tucker still struggling with his kicking ability. I believe the mob's involved in this. I don't know what's going on here, Trevor. But 19.
They might be paying him. I don't know.
I have a black car following me to work tomorrow, so I got to watch that. But 19 for 27.
Wait, you getting to work in all that snow?
And tomorrow, hopefully.
Godspeed
today. Yeah. But he's missed 2 field goals and an extra point on Sunday. 19 for 27 on field goal attempts this season. 42 for 44 on extra points attempts. They dropped to the Eagles. They would have won this game, Trevor, if he hits those field goals when needed. They dropped this game to the Eagles 24-19. Feelings on this? What the hell's going on with Justin Tucker?
It's very bizarre.
Yes.
Isn't it? Like, even the kicks that are going in, they're not normal, like Justin Tucker. They're still rising and humming as they're going through the goalpost type of kicks. They look like, I tell you what they look like. They look like Jeff Reed kicks.
Yes, they do.
And you remember Jeff Reed's kicks?
Yes.
They would just they would be like dying ducks, but somehow they would go through the goalposts, and I don't know, I forget what his career field goal percentage is, but pretty high.
Yeah.
This is something we're not used to from what many call the greatest of all time. And in my opinion, coming into this season, Tucker was and likely still could be the greatest of all time. Even the best go through their slumps. I mean, I'm not comparing Chris Boswell to Justin Tucker in terms of legacy at this point, but remember that one season Boswell had? I think he had like a bum ankle or something.
Yes.
And he kept pushing field goals to the right. Tucker's, from what I've seen, he keeps pulling them to the left a little bit. That's what he did against the Steelers, at least. And that's what he's done on a few of the other tries and misses that I've seen from him. But it just goes to show you how important, one, how important kicking is, and two, how much the Ravens were reliant on Justin Tucker being automatic.
Yeah.
It covered up a lot of things. Winning cures a lot of things, and if he makes those 2 field goals, they win. It covers up a lot of the mistakes that the Ravens made in that game.
Disaster. Yeah. No, I was watching it. Lamar again, and he said it in his presser. And I hope I'm not touching on anything in future segments, Trevor. But I have to say this. His mother yelled at him because he wasn't taking the running lanes. He's not. This team's very interesting this year. They were going to be Super Bowl favorites, they were Super Bowl favorites. Now they've lost 5 games. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, they're a game and a half out of the division now to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 9-3, and
Right.
the likes of Colin Cowherd and I can't remember, but a few others were picking Tomlin to have a losing season this year. We'll get into that, but bizarre, very, very bizarre.
Yeah, no, but no, we don't know what the hell's going on with Justin. We hope he. Well, actually, no, I hope he doesn't figure it out. Fuck that. I'm just kidding.
No, not
if
this
it's not
season.
against the Steelers.
No. Yeah,
if it's not against the Steelers, we hope you do well.
Go 0-4 against the Steelers and then make them all against everybody else. That way you can make like 32 of 36 on the season, and then your field goal percentage, your all-time could be back up to first all-time in field goal percentage. So
but I'm not gonna lie, I love seeing John Harbaugh lose the shit on the sidelines. Just I love when they pan to him when he misses. But anyway, we got to keep it moving here. But anyways, moving over to another exciting Sunday night football game, the Bills against San Francisco 49ers. 35-10 win. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Yes, I'm giving him his flowers. First quarterback with a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown in a game. And they clinched the AFC's title for the 5th year in a row. Trevor, feeling on the Bills right now?
When's the last time that happened? Passing, rushing, receiving touchdown in a game? Did you happen to have that?
Never happened.
Oh, I would have thought Slash would have did it one time.
I know.
Damn.
He's the first.
Wow. I mean, and I know Slash, he would play all 3 in a game, and he would have a catch or run, and obviously several passes.
Right.
But yeah, I'm surprised. He had a great 1997. I'm surprised that didn't happen then.
I know. But you're feeling on the Bills right now, though.
Dare I say, second best team in football, behind only the Detroit Lions, who also won. And you could make an argument that on a week-to-week basis, the Bills are the best team in football because, I mean, we saw how that Bears game went down. We'll get into more of that later.
Yeah.
And how the Lions snuck out with the victory. And just how the Bills, and yes, it was cold. It was in Buffalo. It was however many inches of snow, and they had to call Bills Mafia, gave them $20, some hot chocolate, and some food to shovel the stadium in the seats just so they could have the freaking game. And you had a San Francisco, California team coming over there, used to the warm weather, and absolute disaster. But I'll just say this, the Bills are who we thought they were, and seemingly so are the 49ers. And now Niners don't have Christian McCaffrey. They just placed him on IR as of a couple hours ago when I was prepping for the podcast. So for all intents and purposes, I would say the Niners season is likely over. And the Bills, well, it's just beginning for them, even though they are 10-2.
Yeah.
They got a long run ahead of them. And it's going to be fun to watch. And just imagine having to play the divisional, or perhaps the AFC championship in that blizzard. Good luck to whoever does it.
Yeah.
And that includes the Pittsburgh Steelers, if we have to go up there and do that. We saw how we fared in Cleveland when it started. Well, actually, again, we kind of picked up once it started blizzarding, but we still lost. Yeah.
No, she fell asleep during the game. So, Trevor, I'm losing my shit about a team that I could care less about. But it was one of the saddest moments, I think, this season. And I think people watching live would agree. Whenever you see a player slide down the level that CMC is, slide down, you knew something was fucking wrong. So it's God, the kid just came back. And now he's, I don't know. So thoughts and prayers to him. PCL. I believe so it's right by the ACL, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
So it's a son of a bitch.
I believe so. And unfortunately, we talked about it at the beginning of the year, and we've talked about it several times over PlayStation. The Madden curse lives.
Yeah. What? That should have been. I didn't put that in there. You think players are going to stop wanting to be on the cover?
They haven't yet, so no.
Okay. It's just something. Antonio
Yeah.
loses his fucking mind.
Yeah, a little
CMC
bit.
gets hurt. Peyton Hillis, right?
Peyton Hillis, one season wonder.
Fucking just goes somewhere in the shadows. We don't know where the hell he is now.
I think he stayed in Cleveland for a couple years, but he just didn't do anything. I mean, Richard Sherman exits the twilight of his career. Gronk still had a good career after the fact. I think the Madden curse, I think the Patriots are like immune to that, because Brady still had a solid career after the fact, even won a Super Bowl with another team, but he did win another Super Bowl. And Gronk still had a couple good years left in him after he was on the cover.
Not to be too hurtful. Are we setting a time parameter around this? Because Brady, Giselle goes
that's
the
a
trainer.
Good point. That's a good point.
Rob gets stupider, which I didn't think was possible. But
it doesn't matter if you're stupid as long as you got a shit ton of money and can entertain people.
I know. I love him in the fucking what commercials does he in, Trevor? For the Navy?
USA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those ones with Sam Elliott, those are funny.
Yeah, but anyways.
He puts himself in the family photos with Sam Elliott.
It's just something.
It's kind of funny.
Jesus. But no, switching over as well. We have to talk about the battle that we had against Steelers and Bengals. I know I had my in-game review. Just want to hear your takes, what you saw there in that game, Trevor.
Yeah, no, sure thing. Per the usual, I have my notes kind of spelled out over here, so I'm going to kind of look over here and spell out those notes for y'all.
No,
Russ was cooking.
Yeah.
Russ was Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. You got to be unlimited. And he was unlimited throughout that entire game, hucking the ball 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Najee did pretty well himself, and he was the one behind the Mr. Unlimited Instagram reel that went quote unquote Pittsburgh viral. So, credit to Najee. He had 75 yards. He also had a touchdown, and really this game back and forth for a long time. It didn't start out so hot. Russ throws that pick 6 to Cam Taylor-Britt. Even though, you could argue, and I thought it was too, pass interference or a hold or face mat, a personal foul of some sort on the play against Cam Taylor-Britt on George Pickens. But as it stands, it was pick 6. Steelers go down early. Then all of a sudden, nip and tuck for a long time until the Steelers start to pull away in the third quarter. Ultimately, all but sealing the game with a fumble recovery for a touchdown by one Mr. Peyton Wilson. Herbig forced that fumble. They were on Joe Burrow most of the game. TJ Watt had 2 sacks. Steelers had 4 sacks total, forced Burrow into some sticky situations, couple fumbles, as well as a pick. So credit again to that vaunted Pittsburgh defense, even though they did get a little lazy. They got a little lazy toward the end there, gave up a couple touchdowns, and yes, Bengals ran out of time. We actually played the time management game very well toward the end there. But still, we were up by 17 at one point. We were up by 17 in the fourth quarter, no less. I'd want to win by more than 6.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts on that. But, regardless, Boswell on point again. His only miss was a block. He was 3 for 4 otherwise. And Mike Tomlin, 18 straight seasons non-losing in the NFL. And the Steelers now, they have their 21st straight non-losing season, tied for the most in NFL history, only behind Tom Landry's Cowboys from 1965 to 1985. So elite company there.
Yes.
And just a couple side notes from the game too. A lot of penalties, 204 combined penalty yards, 20 combined penalties. I believe the Steelers had 9 of those penalties and 101 yards, something like that. And Joey Porter Jr., rough game. Man had a rough game. Gave up that touchdown. And pass interferences. I believe he had a face mask or two. Flags are getting thrown on him all day long, it seems. But ultimately, Steelers did win the turnover battle, managed the game as well as they do, and won the game. I didn't think the Steelers would have it in them to outscore the Bengals, which is normally how teams have to do it. But, it is what it is. And now the Bengals, for their part, 4-8, have scored 33 points, have lost games scoring 33 points or more 4 times this season. The rest of the NFL has done that once.
Oh, wow.
And ironically, it was the Colts. I think it was the Colts losing to the Jaguars in week 5.
Damn.
I remember. So of all sources for that stat to come from, it's from the AFC South.
Something.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And ironically, that same week, the Ravens beat the Bengals 41-38. Jaguars beat the Colts 37-34. That was in week 5. Week 5.
Yeah. You see how those 2 seasons are. Yeah, it's something. But anything else you have?
That was it. That was it, my friend. Yeah. All in all, a very exciting game, very high scoring game, very, dare I say, un-Steeler-like for what we've seen in recent times, scoring 44 points. But still, this is what great teams do. You find ways to win.
Yeah. No, I just have to say, and watching Tomlin's press conference after the game, and then even today he said it again, we're not going to have – I guess T. Higgins is a physical guy. Did not know that coming into the game.
Very handsy, very handsy. Mm-hmm.
So he's –
likes to engage the cornerbacks a lot and go up for those jump balls.
But – and I get his approach with, hey, we're not going to back down from it. But for fuck's sake, Tomlin, Trevor, a lot of yards were gained on those. So I understand the not wanting to get pushed off the block. Maybe he alluded to him being like Shaq. He alluded to Shaq in basketball in his press conference today. Him down on the block. You're not going to take the shit from Shaq. So hell of a comparison to T. Higgins. I would take that as a compliment.
100%.
And then George Pickens, again, like I said in the review, I don't know what the fuck you do with him. What's your opinion on it?
Remind me what he did this time.
Well, I've watched, they sit on McAfee today, and I watch it back. I've watched the fucking playback like 4 or 5 times to replay. He does go to the crowd like this.
The gun thing.
Back.
The gun thing. Yeah. He got fined for that, I believe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Mahomes got it for this, which I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, NFL, from what I saw later in the week, I was on some sort of ESPN programming. They don't want the guns. They don't want the guns. Like, you can point, like you can kind of do this, but you can't fire off guns. You can't fire off guns. And I believe that was an issue with Oklahoma State Cowboys earlier in the season as well at the collegiate level, because they're the cow. They shoot from the hip, fire off guns.
Right. And now we got a comment.
Oh, do we? I didn't even flip it over to
sorry. Hey, we're happy to have you aboard tonight, Dookie. All right.
Oh, brother. Is he working tonight, or is he going to get on later?
He'll be on later.
Okay, excellent. I'll actually be on too. I was Cyber Monday shopping last night, so forgive me.
Good deals.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I do like the Pickett, or fucking Doug in the comments got me. Pickens, that I feel does have a target on his back. He needs to acknowledge that. I liked how Hayward pulled him aside on the sideline. Russell Wilson said stuff to him. I think Tomlin even said stuff to him after the first play that alluded to the pick 6. We just need him not to lose his shit. He's a generational talent, Trevor, if he just fucking keeps his head on. We've had receivers in the past that can't fucking do that. So let's break the mold. Okay?
Yeah.
God,
yeah. You sound like a good HR person with a new initiative at work. Let's break the mold.
Let's break the fucking mold, please.
Break the fucking mold with George Pickens and his attitude. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But as we've seen before, sometimes guys need to have that attitude to play well. So you gotta. He's operating within a bit wider of a traffic lane per se than a lot of guys are. So you let him do a little serpentining, but you have to have guardrails for him,
Yes. Yeah. And I will say this, and I will defend him on this. The dropping of the ball on the player. That is so fun. That was so ticky-tacky.
Yeah, that was dumb. It wasn't. It was dumb too. Like
it was dumb for him to do it.
He did it right in front of the official too. So
it's just, you got to realize it,
I agree. Always with Pickens, you take the good with the bad. The good is generational talent. He can pretty much receive and run and, catch any ball and turn anything into a touchdown that he wants.
Right.
Whether it's a jump ball or a slant over the middle or the screen pass that he caught, and he had to tiptoe on the sidelines to stay in bounds. He can kind of do it all. So you got to...
Yeah.
You got to calm him down, but you can't tighten the leash too much or shock the collar too much, if you will.
Right. No, I keep fucking coughing. But no, I got to say this. And it was talked about at the watch party, and also I've seen it all over social media. Could you imagine Bill Cowher dealing with George Pickens? How do you think that would be going down?
Pickens would not be on the team.
Okay.
They wouldn't have drafted him in the first place.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say bench him, but okay.
No. I don't think they would have drafted him in the first place.
He'd be in street clothes. Okay.
Well, Pickens would be on another team. He would have found a way, but
yeah,
he wouldn't be on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Tomlin has much more tolerance for that than Cowher did.
Yes. No, and I know a lot of people are anticipating this, and I hope you do not leave us. But tonight, AFC North Hard Knocks is released at 9. I'm excited to see.
Is that on HBO?
It's on HBO.
HBO Max. Excellent. So, now I got something to watch on there other than The Sopranos.
They had a preview on McAfee, exclusively on McAfee. If you didn't catch it,
excellent.
I believe he made it in the snippet, but they show Tomlin in the team meeting, and it's everything I expected. We're winning today, and that's what we're doing. We're not worried about the next game, one game at a time. And he says the fucking grape comment, Trevor. We're squashing the grapes and we're not drinking fine wine. He says it in the thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
I forgot about that one. I always go back to the hot dog one.
Yep. Yeah, but no. So highly anticipated. If you're looking to get more football that you're not getting enough of it this season, I guess go ahead and watch that. And that premieres tonight at 9. But switching over to somebody that was on Hard Knocks last summer, Aaron Rodgers. Where are we at with his career right now, Trevor? I texted you today during a segment. They said we got big news. I'll allude to that in debate time. I thought he was retiring the way he was talking. Very serious conversations about how he feels about franchises being run and the success in the Lions organization.
Credit to him. He did give the Lions ownership and brass their props for sticking with Dan Campbell or Dan Carpenter, as you like to call him.
Yes.
You haven't done that in a while. I just came to my mind. So I'm like,
I love that guy so much, though.
No, he's absolutely fantastic. I want to know how many zins he pops in a day, because whatever it is, I'll have to do the same if it means I'm going to be head coach of the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
and have the same not even that. Have the same attitude about like life as he does about football. Like when you get knocked down, you whoever knocked you down, you get up and you bite one of their kneecaps off on the way up. Yeah.
I think he said he wakes up at 4:00 in the morning and drinks 12 cups of coffee. That's some reason in one of his early.
It's better for you than energy drinks. I'll give you that. All the chemicals and artificial shit that's in those energy drinks.
Yeah.
Coffee's better for you. It's a
Yeah.
bean, you know?
Yeah.
It's natural. I mean, processed, but still. But we're on way too many tangents here tonight.
That's all right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I think he's still going to be a Jet next season.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's going to try and give it one last go. Because you had the excuse of the injury last season, missed the whole season, basically, other than 4 plays.
Yep.
This year, you have the turmoil of the organization, right? Your GM gets fired, your coach gets fired, your interim's probably going to get fired, and you're going to reset next year.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to have a similar roster next year. Devontae might be back for you. Who the hell knows what's going to come of that? I say I'll give it this caveat: if Devontae comes back to the Jets, Aaron Rodgers will too. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know if that's actually been said. So I'm just going to put that out there. Devontae Adams comes back to the Jets, so does Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it all hinge on that? I don't think so. I think he just wants to give it like one last hoorah, and then if that's it, that's it. I think he's at peace with what he's done in his career. I would be too.
Yeah, I mean, starting behind far or being behind far for what? Fucking 3-4 years?
Something like that. Basically the same amount of time that Jordan Love was behind him.
Yeah. No, turned into a fucking generational talent, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I don't think that's a question. If anybody that watches this program doesn't think Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. Second off,
yeah, he is.
Rodgers is due a $35 million option bonus if the New York Jets decide to bring him back. Are we going to see, Trevor? I've been waiting all day to ask you this question, and thank God I didn't forget it because I didn't write it down. Are we going to stop seeing these aging quarterback, maybe great quarterbacks, get these kind of contracts because of how this maybe turned out, or no?
I don't know if you're going to see quarterbacks, even with the rules the way that they are nowadays. I don't know if you're going to see quarterbacks get to that age.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're going to see him get to, say, Russ's age.
Right.
Because earlier and earlier in their careers, they're running around, they're getting physical. I mean, we saw what's happened to guys like Brock Purdy. We saw what's happened to guys like, we'll get into this situation later, Trevor Lawrence when he's not careful, Lamar Jackson when he's not careful, Patrick Mahomes when he's not careful.
Right. Even Josh when he's not careful. And I know Josh is 6'5" in a brick shit house, but right.
Still, it's yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see the longevity of these guys and if they're willing to evolve to become more pocket passers.
Okay.
Even guys like Lamar, guys like those two, I would say those two specifically, and several others in the league as well, if they're going to become more pure pocket passers for longevity's sake. And then you just surround them with good O linemen that are going to protect the shit out of them.
Right.
That was part of the Jets' problem this year is they still had O-line problems and Rodgers was still getting banged up. Well, not banged up, but he was still getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting hit, still getting sacked. Wasn't a good situation.
No. And they alluded to it today when he was on. Again, I keep talking about McAfee, but it's the actual first time I've watched the full episode. He did lay a pretty fucking nice block for that end around play that they did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I mean, he can still fucking get in front of a wide receiver that's half his age, but I mean, yeah.
Sure.
But no, that's all I had news-wise. We'll transition over to Trevor's segments of news, and I'll be back later with debate time. I'm very excited to see what the hell we're going to talk about, Trevor.
I got you. First things first, I've been covering a few NFL games in detail as we've gone later and later into the season. Playoff implications are heightening. Hell, a division has already been clinched. The Bills clinched their division already because of the Miami loss. So here we go. One game in particular that I wanted to talk about, one of the most exciting games of the weekend, actually, Browns Broncos.
Yes.
Browns just last night.
I didn't mean to, I don't mean to laugh, but
No, you're good. You're good. Exciting for a lot of reasons. Obviously, it was high scoring, a lot of offense, and hell, some defensive touchdowns as well. But this Denver team, they're real, man.
Scrappy.
Steelers are lucky that we got them when Bo Nix was still trying to figure his shit out.
Yes.
Because now Sean Payton, Bo Nix, that entire team, that defense, they got it seemingly figured out.
Yeah.
They know who they are now. They didn't know who they were in week 2.
They're fucking pinning their ears back, and I'm telling you, it's scary. It's scary.
Very scary. Very scary. What's scary is, too, they won by 9 points. They were outgained by 152 yards.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely insane. This was very emblematic of who Jameis Winston is as a quarterback and what his legacy is going to ultimately be. He threw for 497 yards, which is a Browns franchise record, but he also threw for 4 touchdowns, good, 3 interceptions, and 2 of those being pick sixes. Yeah. Not good.
No.
Not good. And I tell you, Jerry Jeudy, that man owes me some money because he bounced me from a Survivor League this past weekend. Regardless, he had a 40-point fantasy weekend, 9 catches, 235 yards, and he had a 70-yard touchdown to boot, which that sequence of plays in that third quarter was crazy because you had I forget which was first, but you had a Jerry Jeudy 70-yard touchdown, and then like almost immediately after or immediately before that, you had a Marvin Mims 93-yard touchdown. It was just back and forth. Ridiculous game, my friend.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Jameis did throw a pick six late in the fourth quarter to seal it for the Broncos right after Broncos had been driving, faced a 4th and 1 with little under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Sean Payton decides to pull his offense off the field, kick the field goal with Will Lutz instead. Turned out to be a pretty smart decision.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be in part because Bo Nix wasn't really having his best game. Threw 18 for 35, 294, 1-2 touchdown interception ratio. His lone touchdown, like I said, was that Marvin Mims 93-yarder. Otherwise was kind of sporadic, kind of, more relying on the run game. And thankfully, Jaleel McLaughlin helped him out in that department, 14 carries, 84 yards. And listen to this Javonte Williams stat line. This might sound like an old Jerome Bettis stat line in which he carried the ball 5 times for 1 yard and 3 touchdowns. This isn't quite that, but Javonte Williams, 4 carries, 1 yard, and 1 touchdown.
Damn.
So beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful
Absolutely beautiful thing. And 4 receivers in this game at 100+ yards. Obviously, leading the pack was Jeudy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Broncos now, after winning that game in very clutch fashion, by the way, which they're figuring out different ways to win games too. They're like the Chargers on steroids right now.
Yes.
They have a 76% chance of making the playoffs.
Wow.
And this will be, if they make it, the first time they've made the playoffs since their Super Bowl run. We can believe that. It's been that long. It's weird.
Shit. Yeah.
It's weird.
What?
But big congrats to the Broncos, my friend.
No, and I gotta say this enough. I cannot say this enough. Jameis Winston is the definition of a fucking gunslinger. He doesn't get shit, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
No,
imagine if Jameis put up these numbers and he was playing in the 90s, like with Brett Favre,
Oh, that's
Yeah. And he had like a good defense with him,
Yeah. Just fucking something. Just fucking goes
cool.
back there, fucking whips it out. We don't know what the fuck. He doesn't know what the fuck's going to happen, but I don't think he really cares. He's.
Well, I mean, that game was, hey, Judy's out there somewhere.
I think
he fires it.
And I don't know if you have the stat there. Was there 52? Did he have 52 passing attempts?
I tell you what, I got the link right here. I can pull it up. One note I did want to make as well, just regarding the playoff picture for the AFC. Denver is at 8-5. They're in the 7th spot. In the 8th spot in the hunt are the 6 and 7 Indianapolis Colts.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
So they are, 2 games behind with 4 left?
Mm-hmm.
That AFC might already be set.
Yeah.
Jameis, 58 passing attempts, 34 for 58.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck indeed.
That's like some guys is like in 2 or 3 game attempts. That's something. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stat in itself. Jesus.
Oh, amen. Amen to that.
Whatever.
Oh shit! I was just scrolling through the box score. I saw Levi Wallace, old friend.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, he's playing with Denver now. Totally forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
But another game I wanted to cover here, and a big statement game from a team that had lost 3 in a row. Yes, I'm covering a Titans game again this week. I didn't think I'd be doing this 2 weeks in a row, but the Commanders just obliterated them. Absolutely obliterated them.
Mm-hmm.
Not even with Jane Daniels' passing ability per se, because he only had 206 passing yards.
Right.
Granted, took care of the ball through 3 touchdowns to 1 pick. Very good. But 267 yards on the ground, Washington had.
Jesus.
B-Rob, 103 and a tud. Chris Rodriguez Jr., spark plug, it looked like. 94 yards and a tud himself, averaging 6.4 and 7.2 yards per carry, respectively. Jane Daniels chipping in with a rushing touchdown as well. And really, Washington in this game, just catching fire early. Tennessee fumbles a ball twice. Washington scores twice off of that. And I believe it was back-to-back fumbles for the Titans as well. Pollard fumbled, and then the kickoff return. On the kickoff return, they fumbled. Washington recovers.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually go up 28-0 and don't look back. And I will say this about the Commanders. In the face of adversity, pretty good.
Yes.
Good for Dan Quinn and the boys, you know? A lot of people, myself included, I think you a little bit too, were doubting them.
Oh, after the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they were slipping a little bit. Who all did they lose to? They lost to the Steelers, Cowboys. I can't even remember. Steelers, Eagles, Cowboys. That's who it was.
Yep.
Fellow NFC East foes there.
Yep.
But no, bouncing back in a big way. In what many perceive to be a trap game, with the Titans coming off of that Texans win.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what good teams do. This is what great teams do.
Yep.
When you're facing adversity and you have a team in front of you that you should beat, you 100% and totally curb stomp them.
Yep. No chance.
That's what Washington did to Tennessee. So big playoff implications in the NFC there as well. And as it stands, the Commanders are still in that 7th spot in the NFC playoff standings, which very, very tough over there. Packers are 6th, Minnesota's 5th, and then somehow, division leaders, Seahawks and Falcons are 3rd and 4th. And those teams are hovering around 500. So there you go. And speaking of the Falcons, they might have a Kirk Cousins problem. Threw 4 picks.
Didn't look good.
One of those was returned for a touchdown. And they lost without giving up a touchdown on defense. 17-13 at home. B-Rob had, I think what did he have? 102 yards, 135 scrimmage yards total.
Yep.
And the touchdown. He did fine. But Kirk Cousins, my guy, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Justin Herbert, he really didn't have to do anything. The Chargers offense really didn't have to do anything. From what I remember, I think I don't know if they got 200 yards in this game. I don't think they did. Yeah, 187 total yards for the Chargers. Not even 2 football fields. And somehow they win without scoring an offensive touchdown. Now, does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Steelers have done that twice this year.
Right.
One of those was actually against the Falcons. So this is at least the second time that the Falcons have lost this season without giving up an offensive touchdown. And weirdly, Falcons kind of dominated on defense. They got 5 sacks.
Yes.
They had 5 sacks. They had 10 coming in.
So
now they got 15.
I don't want to.
No, go ahead. No, that's really all I got. I mean, again, playoff implications on the AFC and NFC side. Now the Falcons are tied with the Buccaneers in the NFC South.
Okay.
I mean, granted, the Falcons did beat Tampa Bay twice, so they got a game up. But 6-6, one team's hot, the other team's not. And the Chargers on the other side still contending, still doing pretty good in that AFC West. Still in a prime playoff position too. I believe they're 6th.
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse me, 5th. They're actually ahead of the Ravens. They have one less loss.
Yeah. Well, I guess, Mike, and I'm a Kirk believer, and this fucking even pains me. It's coming out of my mouth.
I'm aware of that. I was for a long time too, but he has not looked good.
He goes to Atlanta. I'm like, oh wow, he has young superstars. Kyle Pitts has never been throwing the fucking ball more than 5 or 6 times in a game.
Mm-hmm.
I felt, but are we seeing again an aging quarterback might take the? Are they going to put Penix in?
I don't know.
That's what I've been seeing all over too.
I don't know.
Good. I said, Jesus Christ. And then you give them all that money. They're like, fuck.
You do? Yeah, you do. And in the last 3 games, Atlanta's failed to score 20 points.
We expect that.
Here. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know. Atlanta fans are passionate. I will give them that.
Oh, God.
God bless Cody Rhodes.
Good shit.
I mean, he's more of a college guy, likes his Bulldogs, but,
All right, so you got 3 games. Can't even put up 20 fucking points.
No. Losses to the Saints. And not just a loss to the Broncos. They got thumped by the Broncos, 38-6.
Yeah.
And then you lose at home to a middling offense in the Chargers. Middling, at least this week. There's been other weeks where they've been a little more prepped and a little more stellar, but not this week.
Everybody knows my feeling. You lose the Saints, you hit the fucking panic button. Okay. Yeah.
You losing to an interim coach, too.
That, too. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that bad down there in Atlanta, but it's bad.
Mm-hmm. It's getting bad, and Tampa Bay is just primed to swoop in, my friend.
Fucking Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. He could win another division title in Tampa Bay.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, good for that guy, man. I'm happy for him.
Yep, but this is scripted, folks. That's what people like to say. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you
100%.
You fucking tell me what writer made Baker Mayfield come in after fucking Tom Brady and get a mega deal. No.
With an aging team and a team that we thought was going to just be regressing, right? And just not be any good. But you still got Mike Evans. You got Kate Otten. You got Chris Godwin. You've got a nice little duo in the back with, what's his name? Rashad White. And what's the other guy's name?
I forget
the other guy's name.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Here real quick. I'm already on the Tampa Bay page. Bucky Irving. Irving. He's not bad either. He's not bad.
No.
I don't know why I didn't remember him. He had a nice, or no, it was Rashad White had a nice 30-yard run to close out the game in overtime the other day.
Yeah.
So helped it. Only the Chiefs are scripted. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to script a false start turned into an illegal motion with the snap going off the face mask and the ref seeing an opportunity to give the ball to the Chiefs. So
tapped his ass. That's where I'm pissed off. The ref tapped his ass. Let's go here. Ball set, all this, and he's like, oh, well, then or no. I got to remember. I don't want to fuck up here, Trevor Live.
Okay, what? No, you're fine. You're fine.
Did the right guard? I think the right guard tapped his ass because the ref said something, I guess, to get him hey, let's get it going here.
It might have warned him about the play clock. That might
be
that. I'm not
sure. And
sure.
then he shits himself.
Sure. Well, that's normal cadence though for a guard to hit the center in the hip or Steelers do that. So
and they still directed traffic.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, no, good shit. Good shit. Very interesting season.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And before I move on to my segments, I do want to cover the insanity that was college football rivalry week.
Shit show.
Very much a shit show. Do we want to address the obvious first? Ohio State and Michigan. I hope Dustin's watching because I'm actually going to give Michigan compliments tonight.
Oh, he's an Oregon fan member. He switched.
Oh, he switched? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was going to. Well, I can't. I hate him now. We gotta play them.
Penn State. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
play them.
And I don't know if he knew that there was a possibility. I'll say that
I didn't think it was a possibility, but
yeah,
like Ryan Day, man. Ryan Day. What the hell's going on, man? And
I see
what gets me with this too is Ohio State fans are so fickle that they will go and say, "Oh, it was Kyle McCord's fault. It wasn't Ryan Day. It was Kyle McCord's fault last year that we couldn't win the national championship."
Yep.
What does Kyle McCord go and do? He knocks Miami out of the ACC championship and is a leading passer in the FBS. It's amazing.
And
it doesn't
so
get any better.
I got two main points with this, and I feel I'm a chippy guy, very competitive guy, but
Please.
there's lines. Will Howard feeling that much pressure in his presser, and I kind of felt for the kid because he's like these 50-year-old men or what have you, whatever. The fans are just going to come after him. They're not going to blame Ryan Day. They're going to come after him on his play.
No. They might come after the play caller, and that might actually go after the play caller in that one because they went into a fucking shell. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they went into a shell.
I mean, he gets emotional, Trevor. I mean, he put it all on his shoulders. And then Ryan Day, I see this clip, and I don't know if you've seen it or the viewers out there have seen it, but it was on Facebook, so judge lightly. He's just standing there watching the brawl happen. And then it pans to the brawl, pans back to where he was standing. He went to the locker room. He said, "Fuck this." I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm a coach.
I saw it. And I saw that Sawyer go nuts, too. That linebacker for him.
Yeah, not good. And I mean, again, I have comments I want to say, but I got to watch.
Yeah, I know.
Ohio State produces what Ohio State produces. They get the players. You see their character. You tell me.
It's not exactly what Georgia produces, but it's something similar.
When I saw him do that, not shocked at all. No.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not shocked by the brawl.
No, I mean.
You see Penn State doing that, Trevor? You see Penn State doing that shit?
No, as a matter of fact, and I'll give Urban Meyer credit. He once pulled his team off the field when they were going to plant a flag. James Franklin did the same thing, and Urban Meyer brought that up post-game. So, and you know how not an Urban Meyer fan I am.
Both, yeah.
Same thing with Michigan, how not Michigan of a fan I am. Correct. I gotta give them both their props. I do.
Yeah.
Michigan played the physical defensive game, which is the only way they were going to win that game, and it worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
No, I've been waiting the last 3 days to talk about, and I'm going to say this too to the fucking people. And I don't mean to keep cursing and getting pissed off, but it pisses me off. These goddamn keyboard warriors, and if you want a keyboard on this fucking in the comments, you go ahead after the statement. But you come after the security and the state police. Where's security? Why? How? Just throw this out here, folks. These guys are from anywhere 6'2" to 6'7", peak fucking alphas. You're going to expect it, and all they could do was mace. They can't fucking taste. What do you?
They maced 3 Michigan players.
Right. What do you want them to do? Oh, the security needs to be. These are freaking natures.
Not stopping that. Jeez.
Whatever. It just pisses me off when this shit happens. And these athletes need to, if you're going to get involved in this shit, you need to let them take responsibility. Don't blame the other the staff or some bullshit. No, they
Well,
fucking caused it.
Both schools did take some level of responsibility.
Oh.
Both were levied $100,000 fines from the NCAA and paid them pretty swiftly, I imagine.
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't the only action to happen. That wasn't the only brawl to happen over the weekend, although it was the most notable. Florida State showed a lot more fight in that brawl than they really have on the football field all season, did they not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know too much about what came of that one. I didn't really look into that one as much as the Michigan-Ohio State one. I just kind of saw the clips, and I was like, damn. If Florida State played football as well as they could fight, they wouldn't be 2-10.
I'm just trying to make sure. I've watched so many. Is that the clip where who was Florida State playing, Trevor?
Florida.
I'm trying to think of like the fucking it was like I don't even know how to describe it.
It was similar to like an old school Miami.
That's what it was. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reminded
Stabbed
me
it
of
in, and then shit went down. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I believe
Same
so.
situation. Okay.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
No, and just trying to verify Florida State's record. I think it was 2-10, 2-5 at home.
Not where people thought they would be, but
No. And well, credit to Florida too, because they were in the shitter for a while. A lot of people questioning Napier's ability to coach that team up, and they ended up 7-5 amidst a very, very tough SEC schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them.
Yep.
Another. This wasn't a brawl, and yes, I'm going to talk about it.
Yep.
Riley Mills for Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen the clip, go look it up. It's actually kind of disgusting to watch, and the fact that the referees missed it, I don't know how.
Yeah.
And in the heat of battle, I'm watching the game. I'm all fired up. Emotions are running high. I'm rooting for my team. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess they missed that one. But then I look back on it, and I'm like, Riley Mills, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you get pissed off because you just gave up a rushing touchdown or you got overpowered or whatever. You are literally just straight jabbing somebody in the face that's on the ground with your fist to their helmet, no less.
Right.
Not only is that stupid and you might get disqualified, you might break your fucking hand, dude.
Correct. Finger.
I mean, I know you're like a 6'7", 320-pound fucking monster, but last I checked, punching a helmet, not a great idea.
Yeah. And his name is completely not in my fucking brain right now, Trevor. Notre Dame's coach name again. I don't know why.
Marcus Freeman.
He's going to deal with that way better than Ryan Day would.
Yes. Yes.
You can tell.
Yes. Well, I mean, hey, Notre Dame did enough to avoid a loss in potential difficult game, and it was for a while.
Yes.
But then, pulled away toward the end, a couple field-long pick sixes.
Yep.
Took care of business. That's what you need to do. Was it number 5 team in the CFP poll? That's as high as they can go.
Right.
And I think they're number 4 in the AP poll.
Right.
That's what you do. That's what you do. And credit to my Irish after that NIU loss. And people bring it up each and every week. I'm like, keep bringing it up. Keep bringing it up because they just keep on stacking up the wins and piling up the bodies. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So keep talking about it, please.
There's adversity. Took it head on. They're keeping it moving, Trevor. That's all they could have crumbled, but they did not crumble. They're still fighting.
They absolutely could have crumbled. And under Marcus Freeman a couple years ago, they kind of did. They ended up losing Marshall and I believe Stanford in the same year. Yeah. Both losing teams at the time.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah. You can keep talking shit, but if hey, W's a W, bud.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and needed a little bit of trickery and a little bit of luck of the Irish, if you will. But
yes.
Still. And they covered a 9.5 point spread, which means I won some money. And I won a bet with a guy that I made on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Hey,
it's an annual thing we have. This guy, I won't mention his name, but
that's all right.
This despises Notre Dame. Every
Right.
time I'm wearing Notre Dame apparel or I post something about Notre Dame, he always has to, he always has to say something and
Yeah.
poke the bear a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then every year we meet up at Jordan's, say, let's go, $20.
Hell
What's
yeah.
going to happen here?
Yeah.
Depending on the game. And in this case, it was 9.5 point spread. The actual spread was 7.5. He's like, let's put it up to 9.5. I'm like, fuck it, I'll pony up. I'll do it.
Yeah, right. We'll clear
Glad
it
I
out.
did.
Mhm.
It did. Worked out. I won $20.
Hell yeah.
And I won 20 more bucks off the profit boost. So
It's a beautiful thing.
love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. But otherwise, in rivalry week, can't believe I keep saying that right. I can't, I'm not messing it up. I'm usually not the best with words. 22 FBS teams in total were involved in some on-field shenanigans, whether it was scrums or suspendable or reprehensible activity.
Yeah.
And I'm a list them off here real quick. Memphis, Tulane, obviously Michigan, Ohio State, NC State, UNC, the Iron Bowl, Auburn, Alabama, Arizona State, ASU, the USC, Notre Dame, Riley Mills thing that I brought up, Missouri, Arkansas, Virginia, Vatech, Texas, Texas A&M, Florida, Florida State, BYU, Houston. 22 FBS teams. Now that's nice. That's good and bad for college football, really.
Well, yeah,
because all of like the goons are going to be like, oh, that's fucking rivalry week, man.
Yeah.
But then it costs the schools money and potential suspensions and fines and stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
Not great. Not great. Anyway, championship week coming up.
Yes.
And actually, I actually got that integrated into my segment. So we're going to jump right into what's more likely. Right almost on the hour point of this show. Let's get my segments going. What's more likely?
Okay, hell yeah. Let's do it. Oh, it's another week of what's more likely with Trevor Dinsmore. I'm not going to do it for all the segments, just this one. That's all right.
I agree. I agree.
All right.
Well,
all right.
Here, I'll propose to you this.
Okay.
Either you put my face on that like graphic, or you do that intro, or you can do both. Yeah, just the stock photo that you have of me. I just recently updated my LinkedIn photo. If you want to go snag that, go for it.
Let's do that one.
Yeah. I got a little bit more fuzzy hair in that one. Well, I actually got a little bit more hair in that one, and a little bit more of this, but yeah, still
look good.
Regardless, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is like the adequate length where I'm not like picking at it too much, and it's not bugging me yet. The neck beard is still, it's somewhat controlled.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been about a month. I did No Shave November, and I haven't. I've not groomed myself.
Look good.
Hair at least since then. So, but anyway, moving right into the betting side of things with what's more likely. Likely FanDuel Weekly Special. FanDuel Weekly Specials are back. More likely FanDuel Weekly Special to hit this week, and this involves the Cowboys and Bengals game that's on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Aubrey to make a 67-yard field goal versus the Bengals. It'd be an NFL record. Or Deron Bland to record a pick six. The field goal is plus 3,100. Deron Bland recording a pick six plus 3,700.
Really?
And that's in Dallas. So it's in Jerry World.
I'm going with the latter there, Trevor.
Deron Bland? I was thinking Deron Bland as well.
I don't know if Aubrey. No.
Yeah, he's kind of been a little bit too,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Indoors, though. Either or is fine.
I mean, indoors and at night where you're not going to have the sun.
I mean, you could shove $2 on both and just fucking see what happens if you're stingy.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. But, Cowboys, I don't know how much they have to play for in that NFC right now, but You might as well like set a record or something, right? Have something memorable to carry with them into the off season.
Well, they almost trotted him on there for a 71-yarder, I believe.
Yeah, they contemplated it for a minute.
Yeah.
Then they punted.
So, see now that okay. I'll still go with Bland. That was a good one though.
Yeah. I figured that one would kind of be intriguing. And I told you about the one, I think it was like plus 15,000 for Josh Allen to get a rushing, receiving, and passing touchdown again. That's amazing. Out there too. If you're really, really, really want to be a degenerate,
yes,
go for that.
Yes.
But
you put 100 on that, Trevor, and that hit.
Yeah. You'd be retiring tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
At the very least, I'd be quitting my job doing some passion projects, right? Or you could do the sensible thing and like save up for a house and pay off your debt and blah, 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 blah.
Speaking of a degenerate, Doug, do you hear that? What was it, 15,000?
I think that's what it was, plus 15,000. When we're going through debate time, I'll look at it again and I'll bring it up.
He would do it.
Nah, he probably would. Put a buck on it, you know? Put a buck on it. Why not? It'd be fun.
He's back. Yeah.
So I talked about the Falcons a little bit earlier and touched on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa's won 2 in a row. The Falcons, unfortunately, they have lost, 3 in a row? In not too good a fashion at any one of those games either. Between those two teams, and with the Falcons beating the Buccaneers twice already, who's more likely to win the NFC South at this stage? This is the most undecided division race in football right now. Falcons are still at minus 140, so you still got minus money there. And Tampa plus 110 on FanDuel.
I'm going Tampa.
You think Tampa's going to get hot?
Because Kirk, he's on a downslope, and when he gets on a downslope, Trevor, it takes a little while to get back up there. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you, it seems like Tampa has a fairly, I don't want to say easy schedule going forward, but they got to play Carolina and New Orleans again.
Okay.
Play Vegas, the Chargers, and Dallas. While the Falcons, on the other hand, they got Minnesota next. At Minnesota. At Vegas, then, versus the Giants. So, fairly winnable games there, I would say. Then Washington, and this might be a weird game, a spark plug of a Carolina team to round it out. But you're at Tampa. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you.
No, I just, I don't see. No, not the
faith in Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Or more faith in Todd Bowles and the boys.
Bowles, strictly
Bowles. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. No, I was going to go with Tampa as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Baker win another division title with Tampa Bay. I think that'd be very cool. Good for that guy. Sticking the dagger further into Cleveland brass. Good.
Yeah. Jesus.
Be good by me, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned, championship weekend and big time SEC championship, a rematch from earlier in the season. Georgia's playing Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's got 2 losses. Texas only has that 1 to Georgia at home. Although Texas been struggling to score points lately.
Yep.
But my question's not really about that. If Georgia loses, goes to 3 losses, it's either going to be Georgia or Alabama getting in there, right? You'd think?
Yeah.
Between those two, who's more likely to make it to the college football playoff with 3 losses, Georgia or Alabama? Alabama arguably had the weaker schedule, but they beat Georgia. So what's the committee going to do? It's that ever-loving question again, and they have a boner for the SEC.
They fucking love Alabama.
It just matters more.
Yeah.
Or no, it just means more. It just means more.
There's so many factors with that, but I think they go Alabama.
I'd prefer to see them go Georgia. They've had a tougher schedule.
I agree.
They very well could go for Alabama. Though.
They just what was it last year? What was the year that it was like? Yeah, they just favored Alabama. There was one year that everybody was fucking pissed.
Was it last year when they put them in over FSU?
I think that was it.
Okay, which I mean, then FSU had a bunch of like opt-outs and transfers, and then got blown out in their bowl game. But
yeah, I think it's going to be Alabama though, Trevor, just based off of that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Should be Georgia.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll take Georgia though.
Okay.
Little combo. What's more likely question here for you, Billy? More likely to have a higher yardage total. Ashton Jeanty in the Mountain West Championship against UNLV, or all Penn State receivers combined against Oregon. Now, for reference, Boise State and Ashton Jeanty's most of this, 253.5 rushing yards a game. Penn State averaging 248.2 passing yards a game. Oregon giving up 112 rushing yards per game, so they're decent in the rush game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd imagine they could take care of K-Tron and Nicholas if they really, really wanted to. Might force Penn State to pass, but also Ashton Jeanty is a dog, and if it weren't for what Travis Hunter's doing in Colorado, he'd be the clear Heisman favorite.
Yeah. I'd love it to be the latter, Trevor, but I'll go with the first one.
Ashton Jeanty?
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah.
Guys, I was kind of thinking that too. Like Penn State's, they're going to have to play physical if they want to win.
And we receive. I don't know what the fuck it is with Franklin, and I'm not coming after him.
And when I say receivers, I'm including Tyler Warren. Like I'm including tight ends. If that changes your mind.
Just based off of watching what I think 3, 4, maybe 5 full games. He's the only one that can get fucking separation, really.
I know.
I don't know if it.
Well, let me elevate it. Let me elevate it to this then. Like all Penn State pass catchers. You still think Jeanty? Like K-Tron and Singleton out of the backfield.
Oh, then no.
Then no?
No, I'll go with the latter then.
Okay. So, but the way I asked it, we'll stick with the former, just pass catchers in terms of wide receivers, tight ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I was thinking Jeanty as well because he can run and catch.
I'm
very explosive in both areas. So
nervous for Saturday, Trevor.
Me too. James Franklin against number one team in the country. It's frightening.
It's like getting hit by a fucking bus. I'm fucking scared. You're fucking just want to fucking crawl up in a ball because I know what's going to happen potentially. But if it and then there it is. You give yourself false hope, and you're like, oh, maybe if they do it, and if they do it, I'll shit my pants. I might do a live feed of me shitting my pants if they beat Oregon.
That'd be great. You should post it on the YouTube.
I'll sit here and drink 2 fucking bottles of laxative and shit my pants if they beat Oregon.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, you heard it here first, folks. Drew Billy. When are you going to do it? You're going to do it live next Tuesday, or what are you going to do? No, I tell you what you should do. You should do it at the close of the show next week.
Hold on. Please do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Yes.
But now we'll see what the hell they do.
You'll see. Okay. All right.
I know they're not gonna.
You just get some laxative ready. That's all I'm saying.
Biggest win in the 2000s, Trevor?
Huh?
Biggest win in the 2000s.
I don't know. The Ohio State win in 2016 was pretty big.
You're correct on that. Yes. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought.
No, that's fine. And I'm not too familiar with what they did in the aughts either. I kind of picked them up when I started going to college there.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Miralax. Yeah, there you go. Miralax. Get yourself a couple bottles of Miralax. And then to
Fucking
close out the show next Tuesday, if Penn State wins on Saturday,
Shit my pants.
guzzle it down. Guzzle it down. You can get one of those like portable Johns, you know.
Oh yeah.
We just need like the noise, I guess. I don't know.
That'll be first on YouTube, I bet.
Well, I mean, we did have One Man, One Jar, so
Just went viral. Well, what did he go viral for? Shit himself.
shit in his
Why?
pants. He shit himself. He promised
Right.
to shit himself. Anyway, going over to the WWE world, two guys that have made a big impact in WWE recently. One returning last night. His name's Drew McIntyre. Kicked Sami Zayn's head off. And CM Punk. CM Punk, perhaps in the midst of a feud with Seth Rollins, also helped out Roman Reigns' team at Survivor Series. But at the same time now, we have, I think it's 3, or it might be all 4. I think it's all 4 world titles on the line at Saturday night's main event.
Shit.
What's more likely to happen? Within the next year, both McIntyre and Punk hold gold, or at least two world championships change hands at Saturday night's main event.
I'll go with the 2.
You going to go with the 2?
Yeah.
Let me see here. You got Gunther versus Finn Balor
Okay.
for the world heavyweight title. You got Cody versus Kevin for the WWE championship. Let me look up the card real quick. Saturday night's main event card. Let me see. Liv versus Io Sky for that championship. Actually, they only have the 3 matches in place as we speak.
Okay. I'll still stay with the 2. Mm-hmm.
Stick with the 2? No, I'm gonna go with Punk and McIntyre.
Okay.
I don't know if they hold like world title gold, but
what if they were tag team champions? Like just completely fucking go this.
Oh, like one of those oddball ones.
Yeah.
Like they're forced to team together and they just happen to win it off of Judgment Day or whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that would be interesting. That would be interesting if they went that way with it, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's like John Cena and David Otunga won the tag team titles at one time. Or it's like John Cena and The Miz or something.
Yeah, just 2.
Something no, John Cena and Shawn Michaels did it back in the day, right before they faced each other at WrestleMania 23. That's right.
2 different personalities just joining. It's interesting. Yeah, that would be cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, plus with the rivalry that they had last year.
Oh,
be kind of cool.
Over the bracelet and fucking.
Yeah. The Hell in a Cell match and that was good. That was good stuff. I enjoyed that. What was it? I think they had a regular match, then they had a strap match, and then they had a Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, no shit.
Good stuff. So CM Punk apparently likes wrestling in cages now.
Yeah. Did have a short stint in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken, Trevor.
Yeah, when he was like
MMA.
36. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he didn't win a fight. I don't believe.
Got fucked up.
That's a little bit. Yeah, there's like a photo of him where his whole side of his face is swollen. It's not good. It's not good. But anyway, off of that tangent, we're gonna jump into All In, raise, check, or fold. Give me those damn dogs, brother.
Hell yeah.
We love the dogs. We love the dogs. We love the dogs when they're playing poker. We don't want them eating the dogs.
It's running so fucking slow right now. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay, that's good. All right. There's Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, we got her up. We got her going, man. So I talked enough about the Broncos this season. Right now, 8-4. Like I said, prime playoff position. How many wins do you have them getting this year, Billy?
2.
The Broncos?
I think I had them getting 2.
Well, let's see. I think I
Or
have
4.
I have the predictions right here. Actually, let me wait for Excel to load. Load, please. Load, Excel. Come on. Come on. There we go. Denver, 4. You want to know how many I had him getting? 4.
4. Yeah, we're off a little
4.
bit. Yeah.
A little bit off. And with all the great coaching jobs that have been done this season, Dan Quinn in Washington, obviously Mike T in Pittsburgh, Dan Campbell in Detroit, Sean Payton should be the leading coach of the year candidate for what he's doing in Denver right now with a rookie quarterback and still dealing with that Russell Wilson contract that's handcuffed.
We'll go Rays.
Okay. I was at a Rays as well. Just because there are a lot of worthy contenders out there right now.
That's the only reason. Yeah. It's not nothing with his coaching ability. It's just.
If you had to pick a coach of the year right now, who would it be?
I'm biased.
Other than him.
Who's? I mean, Jim Harbaugh is up there.
Even Kevin O'Connell. That Vikings team has 2 losses.
Kevin O'Connell's up there. Jim Harbaugh. Can't stand him.
With the Chargers. Turning them around real quick.
D'Amico Ryan still. I think he should have won it last year, but that's fine.
Probably.
Stefanski.
He's not going to win it this year.
No.
D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, a team that a lot of experts had winning 5, 6, 7 at most.
Yeah.
Have already exceeded all those expectations. So
correct.
Good for Denver. Denver. Happy. Never had a real problem with them.
No.
Honest. Other than Tim Tebow. But,
Yeah.
Of course, I say that jumping over to the NFC side of the playoffs, we are getting a Lions-Eagles NFC championship, and there is nothing any team in the NFC can do about it. Lions, Eagles, 2 hottest teams in the NFL. Eagles have not lost since they were 2-2. Lions have not lost since they were 1-1.
I'm going to go check there, Trevor.
Check. You're going to go check on that.
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say Rays. My friend.
The Lions will be there.
I would believe so.
I'm not sold on the Eagles yet.
Really? You're not sold on that defensive prowess? You're not sold on Saquon, the potential MVP?
Yeah. I feel like something.
Jalen Hurts can still. They got a fully healthy offense too. Well, Devonta Smith, I guess, is in and out, but
yeah, I'm just not confident fully yet on the. I know the record shows.
Okay.
Not the hardest of schedules. Could we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was several years that the Chiefs didn't have the hardest of schedules.
You're right.
To get to the playoffs, and
I want to see
as one Tony Soprano or what's his name? He always wears the Italian suits, has a slick back hair.
Oh shit! It's not Vito.
It's not Vito. Every time I'm out, they pull me back in. I forget his name. As he would say, bada boom.
I gotta look that up now because that's gonna bug.
No, I know that's gonna bug me too. Please. I know. I think it starts with a V. I think it starts with a V. I know. I should know. Silvio. Thank you. Yes, yeah. I should know that. I just made him my HBO Max. I got that deal for HBO Max at $2.99 a month.
Yeah.
I made Silvio my figure on the front there. They made me pick one, and Sopranos was like the third selection list down. I'm like, I fucking love Silvio. Bada boom.
I love it. It's good shit.
He likes the suits. What if this one doesn't? What if this rack doesn't go back?
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
All right, one more, and then we got Tony. These suits, do they really gotta? No, It's actually my size, you know.
It's actually- okay, you load up every one of these racks except that one. Love it.
That's good shit. That's nice shit.
That's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Oh, shit.
Can't believe that season ends with him going to smother his mom.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Great
Good
stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, considering the chaos that was rivalry week in college football, and I'm not saying you bring the brawls and the scuffles and the on-field activities with it, but I think if the NFL expands, you make 1 week rivalry week. So you have like Giants, Jets playing each other. You got the Eagles and the Steelers playing each other. You got the Dolphins and say like the Bucks playing each other. You know, like local teams who are kind of split in their fandoms in their respective places of business, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFL should replicate that.
Oh, all in.
All in? Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm there too.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
If they expand.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. And maybe just have like 1 or 2 recurring ones. Obviously, well, you don't want another like division game in there. So that's why you make it regional, right? You make it regional. I think it would make sense. Like Texans, Cowboys, you do the battle for Texas again.
Steelers, Philly, that would be.
I was going to say Steelers, Philly. That would be fan-fucking-tastic, my friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you'd pair Seattle with because they're so far away from everybody else, but I don't know. Other than, I was going to say, other than like divisional, they don't really have a rival per se. You could do New England and Buffalo. Well, that's a division game. Shit.
Jets.
I don't know. I haven't figured out the schematics yet. I'm just saying.
That's all right. Yeah, Jets and Bills would be kind of.
That's division.
Yeah, that's divisional though. Yeah, that's
division. Yeah, I know.
Shit.
I know. Sorry. Well, I mean, you could do it like an Army-Navy thing where it doesn't count for anything other than pride.
Yeah.
And a win-loss, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You see the shirt I'm wearing?
Yeah.
The hat I'm wearing, it matches it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where you saw it. I can only crank my neck so far.
No, you're good. Sucked.
No, I'm fired up. First time since 2016, since Saquon was around. We'll be in the Big Ten championship against the mighty Oregon Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
James Franklin has a not so good history with top 5, top 10, and top 25 teams.
Yeah.
I think he expunges that history with a win in the Big Ten championship, and a championship that they really weren't supposed to be in. We're here. Let's play our fucking hearts out. Let's play like we're not supposed to be here, and let's take this Big Ten title, brother. Let's get an automatic bye. Top 4 seed in the playoff. It's on the line. Let's play like we got nothing to lose.
I'm going to go Rays.
Okay. I was
going to go check.
No, I was honestly in between a check and a raise. I think I sold it decently well, but
very good.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a struggle, and I know Oregon has slipped up against some other teams as we've gone along the way here, but I don't know if they're going to slip up in this big a game.
I'll just say this too, Trevor.
Go ahead.
If they win this game, a lot of doors will be open. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Recruits, the naysayers on Franklin's ass, I think will silence for a little bit. They'll come back.
Yep. We will let some naysayers know. We will let a naysayer know.
Yep. Is that what he was? I didn't think he was. Yeah. Anyways.
That is not what I thought that meant.
In the middle of a thing. But anyways, no.
It's hilarious.
Frank, if he does, as much as I would love that, I hope it happens. I don't
I agree.
think it will, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I've been tempering my expectations pretty well this season, and I fear that I'm like too comfortable with winning right now because a lot of my teams are winning a lot. Notre Dame only has that one loss. Penn State only has that one loss. Steelers have only 3 losses. I mean, I'm not really paying attention to hockey right now, but the Sabres are actually doing pretty good too.
Not bad.
Lately, they're kind of in there. They might get into there. Oh, now we suck. We realize it December, so we'll see. But anyway, okay, yeah, no, I'm still out of check though. Only because I'm just gonna watch a game and I'm gonna see what the hell happens. So. Going back into the wrestling world, a certain someone that they've been integrating into backstage segments and who apparently R-Truth can beat in a Monday Night Raw match, 52-year-old R-Truth, formerly known as Butch, now Pete Dunne. All in Ray's check or fold, Pete Dunne is less memorable than Butch for the Brawling Brutes. As much as I love Pete Dunne, and I did pop a little bit when he returned to his old ways. The bruiserweight, if you will. And if you watch old NXT UK stuff, it's good, but I thought he was pretty. I'm not saying better, I'm saying memorable.
I'll go Rays.
Okay.
If
you know who he ran with, right? With the Brawling Brutes there? That was Sheamus.
Yes. Okay, so there's the yes.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the rivalry there. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
When you say their names together, it helps me click better. I don't know why I can't remember.
Yeah, him, Sheamus, and Ridge Holland were.
Holland
for a while.
Yep.
Don't remember if they won tag team gold, but I know wrestled a lot of good tag teams.
Yes.
They were mainstay on SmackDown for a while too. So.
Okay.
You say Rays?
Yeah, I'll raise on that.
I'm in between a raise and a check. I'll probably say check.
Okay.
Just because, I'm trying to delve a little more into the hardcore fandom.
Yeah.
Look at old, like quality of match type of stuff and look at older, like promotions and indie stuff.
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Okay.
That's just me. And plus, I love his physical style.
I like the
he like grabs appendages and like break them.
Yeah.
It's kind of good. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's all scripted, people. They're not actually getting hurt.
ECW
not with that.
Really told that line, though.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't.
I know. I mean, geez, they were pile driving women, jumping off scaffoldings.
Taboo. I'll always remember that son of a bitch. Yeah, as a fucking kid, I get a curtain or a bed sheet and fucking try to act like him on my trampoline. I fucked up. I remember fucking my back up. Once went through the netting. I said, "Fuck this. I'll leave it."
Maybe that's why you're having spasms tonight.
The goddamn snow.
It's because you acted like Sabu when you were 7.
God,
damn
that
it,
music
Drew.
though.
Damn it, Drew.
That music, him pointing to the sky. Oh.
Oh yeah, just a little. I forget. I don't know what instrument it was. Like a
He had
clarinet or something.
He had the clarinet, but then he had the fucking Kindle stick with the goddamn barbed wire, and I remember him jumping off the top rope, just sitting on a guy's fucking head, landed with it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good shit.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. This week's edition of All In Ray's Check or Fold. We're going to move on to my final segment of the week before we hit debate time. I know it's my favorite. I like to think it's a lot of other people's too. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get, no. Shh. Yeah. Damn. All right. Good there.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I wonder how Nicolas Cage would have been in The Office. He looks like he's in The Office in that photo, like the show.
I'll tell you something. There was speaking of, they showed The Office auditions back then. Seth Rogen, he tried out for Dwight. There's other guys. I'll tell you later. I can't remember all the fucking actors.
No,
but it was weird seeing who we had.
I think Krasinski originally went in for the role of Dwight.
Yes.
Not for Jim.
No.
Not
he
for
ended
Jim.
up with Jim.
And he ended up with Jim.
And it worked out fucking beautifully.
Right. Oh, who was it that somebody notable tried out for Kevin? Other than Ryan Gardner.
Is Ryan the one from Modern Family?
I think so.
Okay.
Might have been him.
Yeah, it was something about toast. He says, "I'll send that audition to you." It's
yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Anyway, we saw. Yeah, we always go on these tangents right at the start of it, just to, I don't know, keep the mind racing a little bit, get it off of sports, then get it back on sports. But getting it back on to sports here, real quick.
Yep.
Matt Eberflus and the Bears. What in the fuck was that?
Disaster.
Horrible.
Terrible.
You're there the whole game, right? You almost come back and you almost win the thing. You got a timeout in your pocket. Caleb gets sacked. He's calling receivers back. Get the fuck back here.
Yeah. Yep.
And then all of a sudden, he's changing the play at the line. What are you doing? You got 10 seconds left. Snaps it with like 6 left, and lo and behold, chucks it deep, incomplete to Roma Dunze, 0s on the clock. What in God's name was that?
It was terrible. I've never seen. I got PTSD from Tomlin.
Tomlin never did anything that bad.
And then I'm like, it was never that.
Tomlin never did anything that bad. I will argue with that.
Yes. If I was a goddamn Bears fan, I would have tore my fucking hair out.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be having to get a fucking EKG done because I'd have health problems from it, Trevor.
No, I believe it. I know Bears fans. And needless to say, I didn't talk to them. Don't worry. I talked to some Ohio State fans. I let them know. But I did not talk to any Bears fans. Yeah. Tying that into my segment here, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Matt Eberflus and his chances of being a head coach in the NFL ever again.
I'm going to go 8. But was this just a meme, or is he on Alabama's coaching staff right now?
Matt Eberflus?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was a meme.
I hope it's a meme.
Okay.
I don't know. He could have pulled a Robert Saleh and joined as like an advisor or something.
Okay.
Matt Eberflus. Let me just Google him real quick. Huh?
I should have looked that up. Or is he just chilling?
No, I don't know. I think he's just chilling. No, I don't see anything about Alabama.
Okay, it was just a joke then, because fired coaches end up in Alabama.
One of those spoof pages.
I don't
memes or something.
He'll be a coordinator or 8. Not going to happen again.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. No.
Got you. One of those guys that could potentially get that job in the off season's our current OC. And by our, I mean Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been thrown out there as well with how well he's doing with this offense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd like to keep him around, but anyway.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, you said 8. I was gonna say 9. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't make that big a blunder on that national stage, and that's something that's gonna follow him for the rest of his career.
Oh.
That's something that's going to follow him for the rest of his freaking career.
It's Mark Sanchez butt fumble for coaching.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is an excellent comparison. I had not heard that in social media from talking to people. I have not heard people make that comparison until now. And then it makes sense. It's correct. It's right.
He's never going to get away. He will be on. I don't know if they still do the top 10 worst moments or whatever on NFL Network.
The not top 10 or what? Yeah.
for generations, they'll have that
Mm-hmm.
situation. Yeah.
It's the Jim Marshall running the wrong way of coaching bloopers.
Yep. Terrible.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I don't feel bad for him at all. So.
No, me neither. Me neither. It is what it is. He did not have success as a head coach. I mean, I know he had. I forget exactly what his record was, but it was akin to James Franklin's record against top 25 teams.
Here's another thing, Trevor. This and the reason I'm so harsh on Eberflus is because of basically we saw Fields how he can fucking perform.
Correct.
He was in Chicago.
Yeah.
There's just nothing, and you're seeing it with Caleb. Just nothing. That's just more atmosphere from the fucking head coach down.
Culture. Yeah.
It's just not
leadership, tone at the top, all
Yep.
that.
Not good. So sorry. I don't feel bad for him.
No, I don't either, dude.
After that play, I'm like, he'll be gone by tomorrow.
And I think he was gone Saturday.
Yeah. So there
you go.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good. On to a little bit more of a serious conversation.
Yep.
Lot of people in the NFL, players in the NFL, including coaches too, and now in the NBA, calling their teams soft.
Yep.
Throwing that word around there, and to me, that's a buzzword. That's a buzzword in media, right? In sports media specifically. You call a team soft, that says a lot more than 4 letters. Yep. Anthony Edwards called his team soft about 5 days ago.
Yeah,
which I guess that team's not doing very good right now.
No.
Honestly, I have not kept up too much with the NBA. I just saw the article Anthony Edwards calling his team soft, but when Anthony Edwards says something like that, that's it takes it to a whole nother gravitas, if you will. That's your star player saying that.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked?
Yeah.
Anybody that calls their team soft. And I want to see how you interpret this too. Like, how desensitized is it to call your team soft? Or is it warranted in some cases?
If I'm on a team,
or is it just a case-by-case thing? Because I know you can be a bit of a hard ass too.
I'm going to go 8.
I'm talking the people that call their team soft. They're fucked in the head, or
yeah.
Okay.
If I'm on a team with a guy and he says we're soft, and it's situational. Okay, so neighbors. I don't think I'm going to do 2 sports here for the folks out there that aren't familiar.
Well, this is across multiple sports now.
Oh yeah. Just for people that if they didn't watch this, I think it was last week. Neighbor said it. Neighbor says we're soft as fuck in his interview. He's a rookie wide receiver for the Giants. Edwards, star. I think he's the focal leader in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken,
yes,
Trevor.
Sir.
So it's situational, but you're rolling over when you fucking call your team soft. I don't want that character in my. Fuck no. Fuck that. There's issues there. I'm getting itchy about it. Like even in video games, if people say we're soft, it's like, the fuck do you mean? No.
Yeah.
What do you think, though?
I just don't want anyone to say weight room to you. That's all.
Yeah, that pisses me out. It's just like soft. It's kind of that's where I compared it.
Yeah,
but
comparable. I was gonna say like a 5 or I'll say 5.5. I was in between a 5 or a 6. I'll say 5.5 because sometimes your team needs a jolt.
Yeah.
And what better jolt to give them than calling them soft? Although, and I don't know if I'm using the term negative reinforcement here correctly, but
I can see that.
You know, word soft has negative connotations. You're really kind of taking something away from them. You're like stripping them of their manhood a little bit. They got to bow up and
I can see
who they are. You know what I mean? And it's all about the individuals that are hearing that, you know?
Yeah.
How do the individuals in the locker room respond to that? Yeah. For an NBA team, per se, it's a lot easier to make 12 guys respond to that than it is 53 in an NFL locker room.
Correct.
You know,
I agree with that.
On top of, you know, however many coaches you have in the NBA versus the OC, DC head coach and all the assistants in the NFL. Yeah. You know, how are they going to respond to that? Especially when you're a focal leader like Mr. Anthony Edwards. So it depends. It does depend who says it.
Yeah.
It does depend who says it. Like, I took the Malik Neighbors thing a little less like offensive, I guess. I don't think that's the right term, but yeah, he's a young kid. Sometimes he doesn't know what to say, but Edwards has been in the league for a few years now, so he knows what to say. He knows how to deal with the media. He called his team soft and a bunch of little kids, I believe were the terms he used. So it's not yeah. Take that one step further. That's not good. That's not good.
We're getting somewhere close to someone I haven't mentioned in this podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it too. So
got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. I'll stop there. There. Which one do I want to do first? You want to talk about Al-Shahir or Ryan Day first? I'll let you decide this next one.
Ryan Day.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, have they fucked Ryan Day's reputation among Ohio State fans?
Oh, see, they're so goddamn cut.
That's what I mean. They're so cannibalizing of their own team. It's kind of hilarious. Like, they beat the shit out of everybody else, but they bitch and they whine and they moan when they can't beat Michigan.
9.
I was going to say 10, honestly.
I mean, it's getting that point here.
I'll go 9.5. I'll be nice. I'll leave a little sliver of room. 9.5.
I mean,
you know what? No, fuck you, Ryan Day. You insulted Lou Holtz. 10.
I was going to say
10.
You did.
Ryan Day, you have a call on line 1. It's Lou Holtz.
He's a fucking
fuck
asshole.
You.
He was an asshole for that.
Because
Lou Holtz would show up in these big games. Maybe not always.
Lou Holtz has a national championship to his name.
That too.
Which you do not, Mr. Ryan Day. I know it was won differently back in that day. You only had to win 1 game, not 2, when you made the playoff. But still, he has one of these. He's got a ring.
Yeah.
You do not.
They're like Steeler fans, Trevor, to a certain degree.
Oh, big time.
But they take it to another place.
Yeah. Yes.
I think there was brawls in the parking lot. Like Ravens fans.
There was a brawl on the field.
That's what I compare them to. Ohio State fans are like Ravens.
Yeah. Something like that. So are Penn State fans like Steeler fans then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In a way.
There's a culture.
Makes a lot of sense why
there's
the
a
fandom
culture
that I have then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That explains why you gravitated towards Penn State when I got you into college football then. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I shoved Penn State down your throat, but...
Yeah. No, and fell in love with them back when they played USC. Dad went there, but anyways, no, when they played, I forget when the hell they played them, Trevor. Penn State did back in the early 2000s. So I was like, I like this, I like the coach. I'm not going to name the coach because everybody gets a little fancy in their pants. But I like the culture. Not the other side that
Not
occurred.
that. Yeah.
Correct.
Got it. Yeah.
Fucking people out there.
Good news is he's rotting in a cell for the rest of his life. So
someday we'll venture over there. Maybe not. But
maybe.
Yeah, we're good there.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Now going back to something you and I definitely wanted to touch on.
Oh yeah.
I definitely I got some backup material for this. So this is going to be a long one.
Yep.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The NFL's treatment of Azeez Al-Shahir for his hit on Trevor Lawrence. And for context, Trevor Lawrence running the ball to the outside, close to the boundary, sliding for a first down. Al-Shahir comes in, levels him. Trevor Lawrence has to get carted off.
Yep.
And this Shahir guy, to his credit, did apologize after the fact, called out Trevor by name and apologized to him and says, that's not the type of player I am. That's not what I do. And this is a guy who doesn't really have any disciplinary issues in the past. I believe he did get fined for a big hit on Roshan Johnson earlier in the season.
Yes.
But other than that, nothing of note when he was with his previous two teams, especially the Niners. So, and for context here as well, I want to see what Mr. John Runyon, did you see his comments?
Yes.
You saw his comments?
The
so
GM?
For the people that don't know. No. I think VP of football operations.
Yes, asshole. But
NFL.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me pull up what he said here real quick. Because I know it's very poignant and I want to get it exactly right.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, no, you can take your time because this is an important issue that's going on.
Oh, no, absolutely. Let me see. Where is it at here? So in the last sentence of Al Shahir's suspension letter that John Runyon, who had some disciplinary issues of his own back in the day when he played.
Yep.
Really, most of it's conventional. Like during this game, you leveled a guy, you can't really do that. It's against the rule. But then these last few sentences really start to go after Shahir as a person. So
personal.
Oh, yeah. And I quote, this is direct from Al Shahir's suspension letter, if I can get it right. NFL Vice President of Football Operations, John Runyon, said the following: your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling and does not reflect the core values of the NFL. Your continued disregard for NFL playing rules puts the health and safety of both you and your opponents in jeopardy and will not be tolerated. A lot to digest there, ladies.
There's a lot of ways this is going to go. And
I know. I can tell you are trying to decide how to phrase what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Because I know what you want to say, or I have an idea. I know what I want to say.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Because I would say some not very nice words toward Mr. Runyon.
I just don't think. I think we could have left it at, listen, and I'm not the fucking person people should come to for advice. Okay. I'm going to be that straight up hothead. But I'll say this, he could have just left it and left that last sentence out. Made it too personal, threatening Trevor.
Yeah. On top of what many perceive to be a pretty harsh suspension.
3 games, it should have been 2.
I agree. I agree. And there's precedent for that.
Yeah.
There's precedent for that. I'm pretty sure Vontaze Burfict hit a guy coming over the middle. I think it was Jack Doyle, Colts tight end. I think he was suspended less games than this.
Yep.
And that was a direct, And I guess, you're protecting the quarterback, sure. But
right.
That's a lot. Because if you did watch the play, right? You watched the play? Okay. Lawrence slides late.
The kid's already taken off. Aziz's already in the air.
That's what I mean. And then Lawrence, he slid kind of late. He slid kind of late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got the fucking keyboard warriors. Oh, well, he could have veered off, touched him down, on a side.
You're not going full speed. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're not an athlete going 22 miles an hour. You're not.
Here's the old heads' opinion. And I know what old heads out there, both our fathers' ages, maybe a little older than us, people that actually played football, they're getting to the point, put fucking tutus on them. Okay. Because here's the thing. Okay.
Or flags.
Or flags. Or whatever. Last season, and I bitched, and I lost my shit in that fucking stadium.
You did bitch.
We were at Buffalo's game, and when Josh faked that goddamn slide, and then it came back later in the game.
That's illegal now, thankfully.
Thankfully.
Illegal.
But then it came back later, and we didn't even fucking do what I guess Aziz did here. But there's no there's no balance in these issues with head-to-head or unnecessary roughness or the suspensions. It's like the fucking NCAA right now with NIL deals. There's just no. We're just fucking throwing shit at these players, and this guy, what the fuck's his name again? The guy that wrote the letter.
John Runyon, VP of Football Operations for the NFL.
The GM of the Texans is questioning, and I saw that on McAfee, and then I watched the full press conference after McAfee's episode. He's not understanding why you're personally going after his character, because he's going after his character. That could lead to endorsements. It could fuck up everything, and you're laying it out in a way that this guy is basically a Ray fucking Lewis or James Harrison or what have you, Trevor. No offense to those guys. It was a different time period. But he's not a shit starter. He's just trying to play the game he loves. And Lawrence slides late, and he gets basically the target or the bounty of the year. That's what it is. That's what they did there. It's fucked up. I'm sorry for the long-winded, but it pissed me off. It pissed me off when I saw that.
Fine. You used your words wisely there. You could have said a lot worse.
There's more I want to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could have called it what the Texans GM. Oh, what's his name? I knew his name right before it started. Nick Caserio.
He said something.
Called it unfair and ultimately called it, as seen in the clip from the Pat McAfee show, called it bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, they bleeped it out, but I can read lips.
Bullshit. Yep.
But no, I highly recommend going to see his rant. So I think we're both at a 10 here then.
I'm at a 10. It's bullshit.
Okay. Got you.
No.
Now, I don't know whether he plans on appealing the suspension. I haven't heard anything on that. He does have rights to an appeal. I would imagine he does that. Maybe it gets reduced to 1 or 2 games, but still the language in that letter.
Yeah. I'm still pissed off about Kazi's fucking suspension. Still not over that. So.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew put that throw in a pretty bad spot, and KZ was already kind of way to the spot, and it's not good. But anyway,
yeah, sorry.
Going to a little bit more, well, maybe lighthearted of a thing before we get to debate time. New Day celebrated their 10-year anniversary last night on WWE television, and the segment went in a much different direction than at least I thought it was going to go, and way a lot of other people thought it was going to go. Kofi and Xavier, they don't turn on each other. Big E returns to a massive pop, of course. God bless him. You know, hopefully, I'd like to see him get medically cleared soon. I don't know if we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Kofi and Xavier turn on him.
Yep.
And say, you weren't here. You were at your desk job. You were off with your new girlfriend, blah, 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 even though he had a broken neck.
Yeah.
So interesting. Interesting way that went down. And rightfully so, Xavier and Kofi did draw a decent bit of heat from that. Boos are pretty loud, I would say. And this definitely like a boom, line in the sand, heel turn, New Day's back to being heels again. And whether they call themselves a New Day from this point forward, I don't know.
Right.
They didn't say this is the end of the New Day. I assume it's just a new like heel chapter for them. But going back to Big E, with his neck injury, he never technically had to get surgery, but he's been getting like MRIs and scans and everything since he got hurt a couple years ago. Nothing's really kind of going his way with that. And I hate to kind of phrase it in this manner, but on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Big E's chances of getting back in the ring.
Let's go 8.
I was at like a 6.
Okay.
I was at like a 6 because I know obviously the injury was pretty severe. He's been out for like 2 years, 2.5 years.
Reading up on it. Yeah. So no, I had to read into this because I wasn't watching back then. So I was like, oh, shit. Okay. And then I watched the clip and I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Shit.
Boom. Right on the dome piece. I watched that live. I watched that live. I knew something was bad.
Yeah.
Something was wrong.
And they had to script it out. They had to fucking.
Oh, yeah. They had to improv and end the
Mhm.
match prematurely.
Mhm.
Yeah, that wasn't that was fun. That was excuse me, that was not fun at all.
No,
Not fun at all to watch. Fun, it's fun to watch, you know, the New Day in their heyday, but
yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, good shit, Trip. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got for this week's edition on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked?
Yes.
Rounding it out, almost at the top of 2 hours here with debate time.
Yeah. Went quick. I didn't even.
I was gonna say it usually goes quick, but then time kind of goes.
Right. Shit. All right, another segment of debate time here. Some interesting questions. I know Trevor has a couple to throw in too. Wrestling. This one's going to be a good tie in there. And that, we didn't even plan that out.
We always got to talk about the wrestling, you know.
Yeah. Wrestling used to feel more real. What I mean by that, more ring,
like
ring moves.
authentic and
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because you have a shit ton of moves that are now banned. Like, for example, the pile driver.
Yes.
Like the tombstone pile driver you can still do, but like that sit down pile driver that helped break Steve Austin's neck back in the day. Yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah. And plus, you don't have ECW anymore.
No.
And a lot of these moves you can kind of you can see the secrets pretty out in the open. Kayfabe, it's not dead, but it's it's kind of on its last legs. But I will say this about wrestling. The fans are smarter than ever. The fans are more passionate than ever because they know the shit's fake, right? They know, fake, predetermined, scripted, choreographed, however you want to phrase it. And if you want to say fake, actually, I resent the fact that I said fake because it's not fake at all. You're putting your body on the line each and every night. Just ask Big E.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Just ask Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just ask Kurt Angle.
Yep.
All three of those guys broke their necks doing this. Okay.
Yes.
So the pain is real.
Yep.
The action, yes, I guess you could say is fake.
Okay.
But but no, I will say again about the fans today, smarter than ever, more passionate than ever, because like I said, they know it's predetermined, scripted, but they still get into it. They still buy into it like it's a soap opera. And that's what it is. Wrestling is Cody Rhodes put it best. It's a love story.
Right.
And it's a love story with violence and kendo sticks and steel chairs and ladders and stunners and crossroads and RKOs and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I got to say, storyline wise, I think it's better.
I agree.
With Triple H, running the show. But
I agree.
I miss I don't know, with the Buried Alive. You had the fucking.
Oh, the Boiler Room Brawl, probably.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
The old Hell in a Cells.
Yeah, the feuds it just felt real. And maybe because I was younger, naive, Trevor, but I don't know. I thought talk about that. But here's another one, and they alluded to it earlier as well. I didn't realize how bad LeBron's playing, but are we finally seeing the demise of LeBron James?
I will believe it when I see it, and no sooner.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
He's missed 23. He's not hit a 3 in the last 20 attempts.
Everybody goes through their slumps, including the modern greatest, modern GOAT, if you will.
Okay.
Not the GOAT, modern one.
Okay.
So, no, I will, like I said, what is he averaging? He's still probably averaging like 20-something a game.
16 right now, I think.
Only 16. That's not good.
He's down. Field goal's not good.
Long season ahead, though.
Yeah. I could really give a damn. I fucking hate LeBron, but
nah, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay. All right. This one I think you'll enjoy. What are you more excited for? The AFC North Hard Knocks or just announced today in the McAfee episode, Aaron Rodgers documentary coming out December 17th, Enigma.
The Hard Knocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not.
That's a pretty easy one.
I'm excited.
Aaron, what more is there to reveal with Aaron Rodgers?
So they're going to show footage of him.
Like doing the psychedelics and stuff?
Yeah, Ayusha or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
Ayusha, they're going to show like video of him going on the silent retreats or whatever?
Yeah. With the tribe and face paint.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
I'll send you the fucking
thing. Please do. Please do.
It was very
that might change my answer, but as of right now, I assume the voice of God's doing it, right? Liev Schreiber.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He's doing the doing the AFC North. Yeah. AFC North Hard Knocks in season. Hard Knocks.
Yes. Yeah. And,
unprecedented that they're doing that for an entire division. So yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. Tomlin is not going to watch it. He said.
That's fine, because I am. I'm a fan. He's a coach. He doesn't have to watch it.
If you were just to get
if I were a coach, would I watch it? No.
Yeah. Okay, you want to watch it?
No, I wouldn't watch it. Well, if you're a coach, you're naturally tuning outside shit out.
Correct.
But as a fan, that's what we are. That's what access we have. So yeah. Okay, this one's going to be, how do you say, I say pecan. Some people say pecan, which was an argument today. Work with a coworker. I said, you're bringing this up during a sports podcast. Right? Yeah. Do we want to have the hot dog as a sandwich conversation too? While we're at it, just kidding.
I don't classify it.
Huh?
I don't classify it as a.
I do.
Okay. Well,
I do.
Yeah, yes, it is. I think we did talk. We did.
That was sandwich. It's like the same thing.
But is it pecan or pecan?
You
don't have to.
I don't really say it that much, but I'm just trying to think of how I would use it in a sentence. I want a slice of that pecan pie. Pecan.
Okay.
Pecan.
I say so. See, I think it's
some say pecan. I say pecan.
I say pecan too.
Potato, tomato. Yeah.
Yep. Soda pop.
Gabagool.
Yep. Okay. But no, that's all I had.
Fairy dust
for debate time. Little twist in there, but I know Trevor has some.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. We'll get into the Christmas one, the Christmas themed one that I got. Yep. We're past Thanksgiving now. Obviously, we're in the holiday season. Hopefully, most of y'all got most of your shopping done with Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I know I got a little bit more to do. Probably going to do that either tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Hopefully, they still got some deals going on throughout the December month for me to fulfill my gifting needs. And speaking of Christmas gift, I want to know between the two of us, who got the better Christmas gift all time? So your best Christmas gift versus my best Christmas gift.
Okay.
What is your best all-time gift that you have received? And I know mine.
See, I got
right out of the gate.
I got a sentimental one, and then I got a.
You can say both. You can say both.
I'd say got an ornament, and I can't remember what. So it was a special ornament from my grandpa, and I don't know. It's just sentimental. And then the second one, the coolest one, I think, was MV2. It's a phone. If anybody remembers it, it was the flip.
Yeah.
Flip it back down. It had the fucking keyboard. That.
Yep.
Futuristic in my mind. Now we look back, Trevor, we have computers in our phones. But at the time, to you fucking young kids out there, yeah, there was a time we didn't have internet on our and Tic-Tac. Okay, we didn't have Tic-Tac on our phones.
Tic-Tac, TikTok, Instabook, Facegram.
Whatever. Scrabble on your phone.
Scrabble. No, mine's pretty easy. I think it was Christmas of 08. Christmas of 08. I turned 10 years old way earlier in that year. I was almost 11 years old at the time.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't grow up the wealthiest. I was, like lower middle class. My parents couldn't always get me like the most expensive and shiny objects, right?
Right.
I didn't live in the lap of luxury, so to speak. But one year they did spring for me, and it was like one of the 3 gifts that I got. But I obviously, to this day, I remember it because it got me started down a path of football fandom and a video game fandom that lasts to this very day. I got a PlayStation Madden 08 bundle. That was at the time PlayStation 2, which was the highest selling gaming console of all time.
Yes.
Oh, in terms of numbers and the amount of hours I spent on that thing, the amount of arguments, the amount of controllers that I broke. My parents had to buy me a different controller what felt like every other week. Special times. Yes. That was where it all started. That was where the football fandom, the hot temper, my Italian side, if you will, coming out.
Yeah. No, PS2 was special. It's special shit. That's good shit, Trevor.
I think I won. Man. I think I won.
That's good. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And now on to the Buckle Up with the Boys, Be a Man question of the week. We always like to leave the folks out there, Buckle Up with the Boys fans, gentlemen, ladies, with a little bit of manly advice, maybe how your man should treat you and how men should treat other men and treat themselves. Yeah. Which obviously we're certified to do that, right?
Yes.
Not at all. We're not psychiatrists. We're just 2 guys having a conversation, offering our perspective on these types of issues. Buckle Up with the Boys, Be a Man question of the week. As a man, which is more important to you in developing? Emotional intelligence or social intelligence? Emotional, obviously, being like appropriately feeling your feelings, obviously, and social, picking up on social cues, interacting with people.
I think just different walks of life I've seen, Trevor, in my travels. I'm going to go, I think social's more important, but I need to work on emotional.
Okay.
I think in this day and age, social's more important.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm right there with you. Yeah, to echo your comments, especially in the age of the age of social media where you can hide behind a keyboard instead of talking to people.
Yeah.
You got to have a good bit of social intelligence right there, And of course, those things are kind of intertwined, but
yeah.
No. Today more than ever. Today more than ever, you need to learn how to pick up on social cues. You need to learn how to like treat people. You know what I mean?
I think emotional. God, I am worst guy that comes, but I would say
you do get emotional a lot.
You got. I think there's emotional growth. Is I don't want to be long-winded here, but I think you gotta
take your time.
You gotta divvy up what to get pissed at and what to get upset with. Now, pissed, in my opinion, is you're just full fucking seeing red. Upset, okay, it bothered me. I gotta divvy that up, and this guy's fucking helping me control the controllables. So that's a phrase. If you're dealing with some emotional growth, just fucking carry that. I'm serious.
That's just how I live life. Honestly,
Well, can I control it? No, okay. I try to. It's still pissing me off, Trevor, but I let it go a little bit.
Can I control the fact that Joe Biden pardoned his Coke son? No.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm not going to get upset about it. Am I going to say something if somebody says something to me? Maybe. Sure. I'll make a snide comment. I'll make somebody laugh. We went there with that.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's okay. I don't think Joe's watching this.
No.
No. And I know a little bit of hefty accusation to make there, but
it was all right. Hey,
it was. There's evidence. There's evidence there.
Listen,
they can sue me for slander and get, the thousands of dollars that's in my net worth.
Whatever. Yeah. No. No. Good question. Yeah, it was. I like that.
Yeah,
that was good.
Went down an avenue that maybe didn't want to go, but
I'm all right.
That's okay. That's the perspective that we offer. We're not psychiatrists here. We're not Dr. Phil. We're not Oprah. Yeah. We are the boys.
Yes. No. But Any other debate time questions, Trevor?
That was it, my friend.
Okay.
I always like to end it with that Be a Man question of the week.
Yes.
For the folks a little wisdom.
Mm-hmm. No. Again, if you come here, the point of the show, if you're not getting the slogan, I think I've said it before, Trevor. All gas, no brakes.
Yes, sir.
The reason we have the slogan is it's everybody thinks, oh, you ran. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to fucking do with that at all. There's no ads. So the whole time you watch the show, there's no ads. Now, if we make it bigger, there will be ads. But the slogan
we'll just
is
have them
based
sponsor the segments. That's what we'll
Yes.
do. I don't know.
Yes.
Debate time is brought to you by Miller Lite.
That would be fucking awesome. But no, the real reason of the slogan is we're going to see some controversial shit, and we're going to go all out while doing it. There's no breaks. We're going to say what we have, what's on our mind. If you like that, then fucking hit the like and subscribe button. That's a good tie in there, Trevor. But anyways, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight as always. Trevor Dinsmore and DB here at your service, hosting the show. We'll be back next Tuesday, 8:00. As always, have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. All gas, no breaks. And this was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys.
One more thing before we sign off, Billy.
Yes, sir.
We are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, damn it. Come on.
You're welcome. You're welcome. No, it's good
All
fucking
right.
good show.
Take care, everybody. Go State.
Yep.